So here we have the Ruike F118-G. The G stands for green. Green scales on the handle. So there's the name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Ruike F118-G Sandvik 14C28N steel. Very nice steel, very great quality. We got a stone wash blade. I believe this is a flat grind. Very, very nicely done. Very nice grind on the blade. Very nice point. The grinds on both sides on the tip match up just right. Very, very nicely done. The handle is very, very nice, very comfortable. Very nice belly in your hand here. Very nice bird beak with a hole for a lanyard on the pommel. Very nice blade stock. The blade stock sticks a little bit above the handle, but they've nicely rounded it over here. All the areas of this blade are very nicely rounded over. If you can see that right there. All the way up to the sharpening choil, they've rounded the metal over so it's not sharp. You're not going to have any hot spots in your hand. Everything is rounded over really, really nice. And this metal sticks up above the blade a little bit, and I actually kind of like that. You have a very comfortable bird beak here. Very nice, very comfortable, very confident feeling in the hand. I have bigger hands and this fits my hands perfect. It does fit in the palm of your hand really, really nice. The belly of the handle there fits right in there, and you got this bird beak just wrapping right around your palm, just perfect. So for me, this is a perfect feel. Not too heavy, not too light, but it is a heavy blade. It is a nice thick metal. I wouldn't say it's a thin stock. It is definitely beefy. This is a knife that you would definitely trust your life with. We got a stone wash finish on the blade here. You got a nice hole here if you wanted to run a lanyard from here to here and create some type of extra lashing for your hands or something. Could be another way to carry it as well. Very nice. I wouldn't call this a clip point, but we do have some sharpening that happens down to the point. The point is very, let's see if we can focus on this. The point is very strong looking. It's very sharp, but it's very strong. This is definitely a tip that you're not going to break unless you're trying to. You see how they've stopped their sharpening just shy of the tip? That bevel stops right there, right here. And that's to keep the knife thicker at the tip. Very, very nice, comfortable handle, removable scales. You can clean it, you know, if you get some dirt, water underneath it and you're worried about it, you can clean it and let it air dry. Let's take a closer look at this blade. Look at that sharpening choil. Boy, that's just beautiful. Very nicely done. I love how they feathered down the handle here. And the reason they do that is because you can do a pinch grip here. On either side, you can pinch it and kind of do some chopping of vegetables. Whatever you want to do, use it in your kitchen. I really think that's a nice feature. Very comfortable, lightweight, feels very balanced. I don't know, you know, how the handle is, if it's skeletonized or not, but it's very, very balanced. you know, right at this point, I feel like it's just perfect. It's not blade heavy, it's not handle heavy. It's really, really nice. Let's take a quick look at the sheath. I'm going to just wipe the knife off. We're going to take another look at the knife before we leave. But the sheath is a pancake style sheath. So we have 2 pieces of Kydex. And I don't know if this is Kydex. I think this is more of a plastic. But it is very nice. We do have a drain hole here. Very nice. We've got some spacers behind the sheath, which I think those could be taken out, and this whole package could be minimized a little bit more if you wanted to make this a little smaller diameter. But overall, this is not big, and I think it would carry very well. One of the nice features about this sheath is you have a belt loop here, and it rotates, so you can hold this however you want. And I guess you're supposed to push this down, and you can turn it, and it locks in any position you want. So if you wanted to carry it, let's just kind of put it in a normal position. It would actually be this way. If you wanted to carry it in a normal upright position on your belt, there you go. If you wanted to carry it scout style with a right hand draw, there you go. Actually, that's a little crooked. I guess they want it that way though. And this is probably how most people would carry it, just a little bit canted up on their belt. So your belt would go through here, and the knife would be ready to draw this way. So let's look at the retention of this sheath. It's actually really, really nice. There's an adjustable retention on here. So right now, it's set to be very easy. I mean, 1 finger push in. Really easy, really fast draw. Got a nice thumb ramp here. You got full purchase on the handle, which is great. You got full purchase with your pinky on the bird beak, which is great. Very comfortable draw. I don't feel like I wish I was more forward on the blade. You'll see when I draw this out, very easy to draw out, but I'm right where I need to be on the blade. You know, right where it needs to be. So the retention right now is set up very soft. And you can adjust the retention by tightening or loosening this. This would just be some type of rubber gasket here that would tighten up, and you can pinch the blade a little more. I'm sure you could tighten this up to where you almost couldn't pull it out. You know, in a tactical situation, you could probably really wrench on that to where if somebody grabbed a hold of your knife, they're not getting it out unless they really try. So I think this is a very good knife all around. I really like the sheath. I wouldn't change anything about this knife, to be honest. I give this knife a 10. The only thing I guess I would maybe change if they're doing any redesigns is I would do a fold over taco sheath, minimize these clips here, and do a different belt clip just to keep it more minimal. The thumb ramp is pretty big, very nice. And overall, this is a very nice, I would carry this every day without a doubt. Definitely, I would trust my life with this knife. The blade stock is definitely thick enough where it's not going to break on you. And the 14C28N is a very good steel. I've done some research on this steel, and it's a very nice, durable steel, very strong. A lot of people use it. Very nice stone wash on the blade. I think this comes in a lot of different colors. If you know what the other colors are, feel free to leave those in the comments. I can't remember right now off the top of my head what else, what other options there was. I'm a big fan of green, you know, green handles and just a regular type of blade. I think the painted blades are nice. They have their purpose, but they do kind of mark up over time. You know, if you're cutting branches and things like that, they tend to kind of scuff up the paint or whatever kind of finish they have on the blade. Let's go ahead and wipe this down real quick. I want to look at the cutting edge on this. This came very sharp out of the box. Very sharp out of the box. I mean, very, very sharp. All the way to the tip. It's very, very sharp. And that's one of the things with this steel, is it's known to take a very nice edge. So we're going to wipe this blade off again here. And we'll just take another look at the blade. It's probably real hard to see on camera, but it's almost a polished edge. You look at the tip there, you see the light reflecting off it. It's almost a mere polished edge. It's really, really sharp. You see the light just gleam off it there. So I really like this design of the knife. This right here could possibly be improved, I think. It would kind of hinder if you're trying to bring the belly of the knife down. You know, you're not really going to get any cutting action with this part of the blade right here because of the finger guard and the sharpening choil, but I think it's a great knife. You have plenty of belly here to do your work, you know, plenty of tip if you want to cut something that way. I think it's a great knife. I give it a 10. I don't see anything that I would change with this. I actually think this finger guard here is nice because it is so big. You're definitely not going to slip down onto the blade if you're doing any type of work with it, and it holds you there very, very nicely. So I mean, it's as thick as the tip of my finger. Very nice. And again, this blade just fits in your hand just perfect. Let's take a close look at the jimping here. So this is some very interesting, nice jimping. It's not too aggressive. It's not sharp feeling at all. You could use this all day and not remove any skin from your hand. Other type of knives, they do have very sharp jimping, and if you use it all day, you'll definitely have a little blister on your finger or something. But again, the handle metal is a little bit bigger than the scales, and they've rounded over the handle really nice. You're not going to have any hot spots on this knife. Very, very high quality. Again, I give this knife a 10, A+. There's some other numbers on the blade here, and I'm not sure what those are. If anybody else knows, you know, what those are right here, you can go ahead and comment down below. But very nice. I like how they've thinned the spine a little bit here down to a very nice point. Very pokey. It's definitely pokey. So let's take a quick look at the box. It comes with a multi-tool key as well. It looks like a key, and it's got a screwdriver on it and some other stuff. But it looks like a key. You can put it right on your keychain, and you got a little screwdriver if you need it. But here's the box. Here's the model number F118-G, and it's G is for green. And here's some more numbers if these help you out at all. It is made in China, and I am not complaining at all about American versus Chinese knives. I think both countries make a great knife. And this brand right here, this is my first knife of this brand, and I definitely like it. I did look at some other models, and this one was the one that appealed to me. And so this is my review. I hope this helps you out, guys. If you're looking to buy this knife, I would go ahead and pull the trigger on it. Without a doubt, this is definitely one of my top top favorites. The handle does kind of swell up here. I think it gets a little bit thicker in the middle and a little thinner here. So we get a little thinner. Let's take a look at this a little closer. We get thick, go a little thinner here, and then we get a little thicker here, and then we go a little thinner here. And it just works in your hand. It just feels right. The knives that are straight across here and they don't have any belly in the middle here, they're not contoured, I think they feel a little funny in the hand, a little blocky. This one definitely doesn't have a blocky feel, but they've textured the handle very, very nicely. It's really, really grippy, but at the same time it doesn't feel bad or gross in your hand. It feels refined, if I can say that. And very interesting how the stripes kind of, you can see the stripes kind of go this way. And it definitely doesn't have a lack of purchase. Like when you grab this, it feels very, very good. Like you're not slipping on it. So I think they did a fabulous job. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they can come out with. And I'd love to do some more reviews on this company and some different blades. So if you're watching this and you want to send me some other blades, and I'd love to review them. This is not a sponsored video. This is just an honest review from a guy who bought a knife and really like it. Let's take one final look at the sheath. If my camera would focus here. There we go. It's a harder plastic. I think this is a great idea. I think more companies should do this type of rotating clip. I think it's real nice. But again, that's my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If this helped you out, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have a lot more knife content coming out here. I'm going to probably do a couple more videos here in the next day. We have some really high-end knives that we're kind of holding out on here, but we want you to subscribe so you can see these future videos. Yeah, and if this helped you out at all, please feel free to comment, say thank you, whatever you'd like to do. If you're a big fan of this company, please let me know some history on these guys and let me know some of your favorites. They have been around for a long time. I think it said on the box that they've been around since 1998. So they've got some knives that I don't know anything about. So I'd love to see some of the old time knives that they made and kind of where they're at now, and let me know your favorites. And I'm just wanting to learn like the rest of everybody else. So I don't know everything there is to know about knives, and I do know enough about the steels and the handles and what I like and what I don't like. And I hope this review helps you out. So please subscribe, and see you on the next one.